Today we are going to see about the coding tips and guidelines on the nervous system chapter 6000 series. And in the first pages, page number 448, 448, 449, you can check the anatomy. Okay. Then coming to this 452, surgery of skull base, page number 452. The surgical management of lesions involving the skull base often requires the skills of several surgeons of different surgical specialties working together or in tandem during the operative session. These operations are usually not staged because of the need of definitive closure of the dura, subcutaneous tissues, and skin to avoid serious infections such as osteomyelitis and or meningitis. The procedures are generally skull procedure that requires more than two specialty. One is orthopedic skull bone, other one nervous system. Apart from that, other physicians also may involve. That's what they are telling here. And this cannot be considered as a stage procedure because everything closure and all needed in the same operative session to avoid infections such as meningitis and osteomyelitis. The procedures are categorized according to approach procedure necessary to obtain adequate exposure of the lesion. That's a pathological entry. That's an approach procedure, otherwise known as. Then definitive procedure necessary to biopsy, excise or otherwise treat the lesion. Okay, that is known as definite procedure. First one is the approach, second one definite, that is a therapeutic or diagnostic procedure. Last one is the repair or reconstruction of the defect present following the definitive procedures. So major skull surgery that involves three processes. One is to approach. Second one is a definitive, otherwise known as diagnostic or therapeutic procedure. Third one is the closure or reconstruction. The approach procedure is described according to anatomical area involved, that is anterior cranial fossa, middle cranial fossa, posterior cranial fossa and brainstem or upper spinal cord. The definitive procedures describes the repair, biopsy, resection, excision of various lesions of the skull base and when appropriate, primary closure of the dura, mucous membrane and skin. Okay. Then repair reconstructive procedures. That is reported separately if extensive dural grafting, cranioplasty, local or regional myocutaneous pedicle flaps or extensive skin grafts are required. See, generally we consider the basic repair is included in the procedure, but for the skull procedure, if it is extensive like the cranioplasty, grafting, this and all needed means we can report that separately.
But basic procedure is included.
Basic, not only this surgery, always basic procedures. See, when they are opening, surgery is done to approach whether it's appendix or gallbladder, that is the physician duty to close that. So that repair is generally included. But whereas in this case, they need extensive procedure means we can report it separately. This is applicable to skull procedure. See, when one surgeon performs the approach procedure, another surgeon performs the definitive procedure and another surgeon performs the repair reconstruction procedure. Each surgeon reports only the code for the specific procedure performed. So earlier we built with 62 modifier, but here there are separate codes available for approach procedure, definitive procedure and closure procedure. So each physician reports according to the role. Clear?
Yes.
So I hope you remember that. In spinal procedure, anterior procedure, I told no general surgeon involves in one part and Do you remember?
Yes.
Yes.
Two surgeons.
Two surgeons. 62 modifier. Huh?
Yes.
In that case, the same CPT is built with 62 modifier. Okay. But here it's different because there are separate codes are available for approach procedure, definitive procedure, and this. And most of these cases are inpatient procedure. Okay, it cannot be done in outpatient facility. So I hope you know inpatient and outpatient facility, right? So the intracranial aneurysm, intracranial approach, 61700. Placement of ligation, page number you need 456. Placement of ligating clip across the neck of the intracranial aneurysm. Next page 457, stereotactic radiosurgery. Cranial stereotactic radiosurgery is a distinct procedure that utilizes externally generated ionizing radiation to inactivate or eradicate defined target in the head without the need to make an incision. The target is defined by and the treatment is delivered using the high resolution stereotactic imaging. Stereotactic radiosurgery codes and head frame application procedures are reported by the neurosurgeon. The radiation oncologist reports the appropriate code for clinical treatment, planning, physics, dosimetry, treatment delivery, and management from the radiation oncology section. That is 77261 to 77790. Any necessary planning, dosimetry, targeting, positioning or blocking by the neurosurgeon is included in the stereotactic radiation services. The same individual should not report stereotactic radiosurgery services with radiation treatment management codes. So you got it? The stereotactic surgery is a distinct procedure that utilizes externally generated ionizing radiation to inactivate or eradicate defined target in the head. With the help of radiation, they inactivate the target site.
Without making an incision.
Yes. Cranial stereotactic radiosurgery is typically performed in a single planning and treatment session. Using a rigidly attached stereotactic guiding device, other immobilization technology and or stereotactic image guidance system, but can be performed with more than one planning. Just pause it once. Cranial stereotactic radiosurgery is typically performed in a single planning and treatment session using a rigidly attached stereotactic guiding device and the immobilization technology and or stereotactic imaging guidance system, but can be performed with more than one planning session and a limited number of treatment sessions up to a maximum of 5 sessions. Do not report stereotactic radiosurgery more than once per lesion per course of treatment when the treatment requires more than one session. So this stereotactic surgery can be reported only once per lesion, even though sessions are more than once. Initial placement only we can do. I mean initial guidance only. Code 61796 and 797 involve stereotactic radiosurgery for simple cranial lesions. Simple cranial lesions are lesions less than 3.5 cm in maximum dimension that do not meet the definition of complex lesion provided below. Report code 61796 when all the lesions are simple. Okay. This is involving stereotactic radiosurgery for the brain lesion. The size should be less than 3.5 centimeter. That is known as simple lesion. Okay. Next, code 61798 and 799 involves stereotactic radiosurgery for complex cranial lesions and procedure that create therapeutic lesions. Example, thalamotomy or pallidotomy. All lesions 3.5 centimeter in maximum dimension or greater are complex. So if it is more than 3.5 and more than 3.5 means it's known as complex lesions. When performing therapeutic lesion creation procedures, report code 61798 only once regardless of the number of lesions created. Schwannomas, arteriovenous malformation, pituitary tumors, glomus tumors, pineal region tumors, and cavernous sinus, paracellular, petroclivial tumors are complex. They are example for the complex lesions. Any lesions that is adjacent 5 mm or less to the optic nerves or optic chiasm, optic tract or within the brainstem is complex. Even though size is less 5 mm, based on the position they are considered as a complex lesion because surgery that is a complex surgery based on the position where that is located. If treating multiple lesions and any single lesion treated is complex, use 61798. Okay, multiple lesions or single lesion which is a complex, then we have to report CPT 61798. Neurostimulators. Neurostimulators, as you know, that involves electrodes as well as pulse generator. Like pacemaker is for heart, and neurostimulator, that is for nervous system. Okay, that includes pulse generator and electrodes or leads. Okay. For now the same page neurostimulators intracranial. For electronic analysis with programming when performed of cranial nerve and brain neurostimulator, pulse generator transmitters, C code 95970. So electronic analysis, that code 95970, 976, 977, 983, 984. Okay. Test simulation to confirm correct target site placement of the electrode arrays and or to confirm the functional status of the system is inherent to the placement is not separately reported. So test analysis cannot be reported separately. It is inherent to the implantation of neurostimulators. Electronic analysis 95970 at the time of implantation is not separately reportable. Okay. Microelectrode recording when performed by the operative surgeon is in association with the implantation of neurostimulator electrode arrays is an inclusive service and should not be reported separately. If another individuals participate in neurophysiological mapping during a deep brain stimulator implantation procedure, this service may be reported by the second individual with the codes 95961 to 95962. If the same physician did that procedure, then it cannot be reported separately. But different physician involves means that codes, the ranges from 95961 to 95962 can be reported by the second physician. Then picture you can see placement of cranial neurostimulator. Placement of subcortical with the connection of the electrode to an implantable programmable pulse generator. Code 61885 in the infraclavicular area. The generator is placed in the infraclavicular area. Electrodes in the brain, intracranial. Next, page number 461. Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Cerebrospinal fluid shunt, otherwise CSF shunt, or ventriculoperitoneal shunt, VP shunt. Okay. A ventriculostomy is performed to drain CSF into the peritoneal cavity. This procedure mainly for that ventricular pressure is, the fluid pressure is more, or any infection, so many conditions. In that case, this is a therapeutic procedure. VP shunt. Then coming to this down, injection, drainage or aspiration, the same page, 461. Injection of contrast during fluoroscopic guidance and localization is inclusive component of 62263, 62264 62328. The codes given, right? Fluoroscopic guidance and localization is reported with 77003. Okay. Unless a formal contrast study, that is a myelography, epidurography or arthrography is performed, in which case the use of fluoroscopy is included in the supervision and interpretation codes of the myelography via lumbar injection code. Image guidance and the injection of contrast are inclusive components and are required for the performance of myelography. Okay. In general, fluoroscopy with the localization can be reported with the CPT 77003, except the procedures myelography, epidurography. In that cases, the code itself includes the guidance. CPT code itself includes the guidance. That's what given there. For radiological supervision and interpretation of epidurography, use 72275. Code 72275 is only to be used when epidurogram is performed, images documented, and a formal radiological report is issued. You can see, go to radiology section, CPT 72275. Read the description. Yeah.
Epidurography, radiological supervision and interpretation.
So the code description, epidurography,
Radiological supervision and interpretation. 520.
520, yeah. Epidurography, radiological supervision and interpretation. Okay, so all the process they are telling, no, when we can report 72275, it can be used when epidurogram is performed, images documented, and a formal radiologic report is issued. Okay. Code 62263 describes a catheter-based treatment involving targeted injections of various substances. Example, hypertonic saline, steroid, anesthetics via an indwelling epidural catheter. Okay. 62263. When a catheter-based treatment itself. If in these cases, if required, adhesions or scarring may also be lysed by mechanical means. That procedure 62263. Code 62263 is not reported for each adhesolysis treatment, but should be reported once to describe the entire series of injections infusions spanning 2 or more treatment days. Okay, the 62263 procedure, that procedure can be done on first day, second day, third day, like that. But how many days done also we can report?
Only
one code. Okay, that is, you can see the description down. Next page you can see 62263. Percutaneous lysis of epidural adhesions using solution injection Including radiological localization includes contrast when administered multiple adhesization 2 or more days. Okay, even though 3 days, 4 days the session done, we have to report this code only once for the first day. Okay, next day and all we cannot report this because the code itself says 2 or more days. And next one, code 62264 describes multiple adhesolysis treatment sessions performed on the same day. Adhesions or scarring may be lysed by injections of neurolytic agents. If required, adhesions or scarring may also be lysed mechanically using percutaneously deployed catheter. Difference between 622, 63 and 64, that is 64 for the single day. Only one day is performed. You can see the same description, but the session is only one session. One day only. Okay. The remaining and all the procedures are same only. Code 62263 and 62264 include the procedure of injection of contrast for epidurography, that is a 72275, and fluoroscopic guidance and localization during the initial or subsequent sections. So when this procedures percutaneous adhesolysis is done, that includes the procedures injection of contrast for epidurography, then fluoroscopic guidance and localization. Page number 461 only. So we cannot report this code separately. The 622, 63 and 64 includes all the given procedures like epidurography, localization. The same thing only. They with the example they have given the procedures. Okay. Next, threading a catheter into the epidural space, injecting substances at one or more levels, then removing the catheter should be treated as a single injection. Instead of injection, they are placing catheter and removing catheter, means it has to be considered as a injection, single injection. The code ranges 623, 24, 25, 26, 27 like that. When reporting 62320212227, code choice is based on the region at which the needle or catheter entered the body. Example, lumbar. Code 6232021222324252627 should be reported only once when the substance injected spreads or catheter tip insertion moves into another spinal region. Okay. These codes we have to report only once. See example that is given within bracket, you see. Example 62322 is reported only once for the injection or catheter insertion at L3, L4 with spread of substance or placement of catheter tip to the thoracic region. Okay. Even though this is the tip might be in thoracic region, but it has to be considered as a single injection. Then coming to definition, one more. Percutaneous spinal procedures are done with indirect visualization, that is imaging guidelines. Example 62287. Endoscopic assistance during an open procedure with continuous and direct visualization, that's a light based, is reported using excision codes. So there is a chance of using indirect visualization. Definitions. For the purpose of CPT coding, the following definitions of approach and visualization apply. The primary procedure and visualization define the service, whether another method is incidentally applied. Surgical services presumed open unless otherwise specified. Okay, the spinal, this procedures, no, they have to specifically mention as open. Then only it can be considered as a open procedure. Percutaneous image guided procedures. Example, CT, computer tomography or fluoroscopy performed with indirect visualization of spine without the use of any device that allows visualization through a surgical incision. So that is a percutaneous procedure. Endoscopic endoscopic procedures. Spinal procedures performed with continuous direct visualization of the spinal through an endoscope. Okay. First one is the percutaneous, second one is the endoscopic procedure. Then open. Spinal procedures performed with continuous direct visualization of the spine through a surgical opening. Indirect visualization, image guidance, CT or fluoroscopy, not light-based visualization. In the screen they can see, you know that now. Direct visualization, light-based visualization can be performed by eye or with surgical loops, microscope or endoscope. CT or other, imaging guidance means they can see the picture in the monitor, based on that they do the procedure. Direct visualization means with the help of direct eye. For the techniques of microsurgery and use of microscope, use 6990 operative microscope. Page number 465. Intrathecal or epidural drug infusion pump implantation. The reservoir is placed in subcutaneous tissues and attached to the previously placed catheter for intrathecal or epidural drug infusion. So pump and the difference between the pump placement and that injection means one time doing, and this pump means there might be a reservoir. Some people, they have chronic pain syndrome and all, right? You heard of it, no? They have continuous pain. So for that purpose, this pain pump will be used. So reservoir, in the reservoir, drug that is filled, medication is filled with in the reservoir. So continuous intervals or based on the settings, okay, the medicine will be released into the epidural.
It is like insulin pump.
Yes, like insulin pump. That insulin pump might be a subcutaneous, and this is the epidural. Page number 466. Posterior extradural laminotomy or laminectomy for exploration, decompression of neural elements or excision of herniated intervertebral disc. Definitions. The purpose of CPT coding, the following definitions of approach and visualization apply. The primary approach and visualization define the service whether another method is incidentally applied. Surgical services are presumed open unless otherwise specified. The same definitions. Percutaneous, endoscopic, open, indirect visualization, direct visualization. See lumbar laminectomy in the picture, the same page. With the patient prone and under general anesthesia, the lamina and underlying ligamentum flammum are removed. That is known as lumbar laminectomy. Code is 63005. Next page 468. Anterior or anterolateral approach for extradural exploration and decompression. For the following codes, when two surgeons work together as primary surgeons performing distinct part of the spinal cord exploration decompression operation, each surgeon should report his distinct part work by appending modifier 62 to the procedure code and any associated add-on codes for the procedure code as long as both surgeons continue to work together as primary surgeons. Okay. In this situation, modifier 62 may appended to definite procedure codes like 630757781858790 and as appropriate. Two additional interspace add-on codes 6307678 or additional segment add-on code 6308286886391 as long as both surgeons continue to work together as a primary surgeons. This is already we discussed. Okay. Next page 469. Lateral extracavitary approach for extradural exploration decompression. For vertebral corpectomy, the term partial is used to describe removal of substantial portion of portion of the body of the vertebra. In the cervical spine, the amount of bone removed is defined as at least one half of the vertebral body. In thoracic and lumbar spine, the amount of bone removed is defined as at least 1/3 of the vertebral body. For the corpectomy procedures. Next page 470. Excision anterior anterolateral approach intraspinal lesion. For the following codes, when two surgeons work together as primary surgeons performing distinct part of the anterior approach for an intraspinal excision, each surgeon should report her distinct operative work by appending modifier 62 to the single definitive procedure. This also we already discussed. So when two surgeons involved, okay, in this case 62 for the same code has to be appended. Modifier 62. Next page 471. Stereotactic radiosurgery spinal. Earlier we have cranial one. This is spinal. Spinal stereotactic radiosurgery is distinct procedure that utilize externally generated ionizing radiation to inactivate or eradicate defined target in the spine without the need to make an incision. The same thing, but here to inactivate or eradicate the target in the spine, okay, without making an incision. The target is defined by and treatment is delivered using high resolution stereotactic imaging. These codes are reported by the surgeon. The radiation oncologists report the appropriate code for clinical treatment planning, physics, dosimetry and treatment delivery and management from the radiation oncology section. This also we have already seen this. Then spinal neurostimulators. Next, the same page, 471. Earlier neurostimulator we have seen for the cranial, and this is for spinal. For electronic analysis with programming when performed of spinal cord neurostimulator, pulse generator transmitter, see code 95970 971 972. Okay, the same codes. Okay, for an analysis. Test stimulations to confirm correct target site placement of electrode array or to confirm the functional status of the system is inherent to the placement or implantation of the neurostimulators. Electronic analysis at the time of implantation is not separately reportable. code 63650, 63655 and 63661 to 63664 describe the operative placement, revision, replacement or removal of spinal neurostimulator system components to provide spinal electrical stimulation. A neurostimulator system includes an implanted neurostimulator, external controller, extension and collection of contacts. Multiple contacts or electrodes, 4 or more, provide the actual electrical stimulation in the spinal epidural space. For systems placed via an open surgical exposure, the contact are on a plate or paddle shaped surface. Okay, that means two approaches for the placement of electrode leads. Okay, if open method means open, laminectomy or laminectomy method means the contacts are the leads, they known as plate or paddle. Okay, in a operative report, plate or paddle mention means that is a open procedure. Okay, we should know because that is given in the book itself. Okay, for systems placed via an open surgical exposure, open. So percutaneous means generally they mention as lead or electrodes. Generally that name is known as contacts. Okay, contacts, they are given now. The contacts are on a plate or paddle. Do not report 63661 or 63663 when removing or replacing a temporary percutaneous placed array for an external generator. If it is a temporary placement, we cannot report these codes. Examples given. See, percutaneous implantation of neurostimulator electrodes. Next page, 472. Single catheter electrode arrays is inserted percutaneously into the epidural space. A simple or complex receiver is subcutaneously implanted. One is electrode placement, another one is the generator. Subcutaneous packet, that is. Next picture, what is so for this 63650 CPT top. It's again one percutaneous neurostimulator electrode through laminectomy. So open. Okay. The electrode see here it's given as electrode catheter array like that lead. And here if you see the electrode plate or paddle, because that's a open procedure. Electrode plate or paddle is placed in the epidural space via open exposure through large laminotomy or a small laminectomy. A simple or complex receiver is subcutaneously implanted. Introduction, next page, 417. Introduction, injection of anesthetic agent, that is a nerve block. Diagnostic or therapeutic. Somatic nerves. Code 64400 to 64489 describe the introduction, injection of an anesthetic agent and or steroid into the somatic nervous system for a diagnostic or therapeutic purposes. For injection or destruction of genicular nerve branches, see 64454 or 64624 respectively. Codes 64400, 64450, 64454 describe the injection of an anesthetic agent and or steroid into a nerve plexus, nerve or branch. These codes are reported once per nerve plexus, nerve or branch as described in the descriptor, regardless of the number of injections performed along the nerve plexus or nerve plexus, nerve or branch described by the code. If multiple injections done on the same nerve plexus, then we can report only one code because the code description based on the nerve plexus or nerve, not based on the number of injections. Imaging guidance and localization may be reported separately for 64400 to 64450. Imaging guidance and any injection of contrast are inclusive components of 64451 and 54. Examples of codes given: paravertebral block, that is 644616263. Okay, then 644868788 describe the injection of transverse abdominis plane tap block. So Parvati, you might be knowing that dental block.
Yeah, no blocks.
So nerve block. Where it is given, which nerve?
There is different kinds of block, like mandibular nerve block,
Yes.
maxillary, like that. Different for molars, different we give. Premolars, we different we give.
So what is the main use of the blocks?
That is mainly blocking. Buccal nerve block is there, which we give so that the nerve block to the buccal side, and at the same time we give.
Kind of local anesthesia.
Yeah, for the tongue, the prospective area where we are supposing to extract, we will give it.
Yes. So mainly for the anesthetic purpose, and steroid, that is for the pain relieving purpose. Neurostimulators. Now it's for peripheral nerve. So earlier we have seen the cranial nerve neurostimulator, spinal nerve. This is peripheral nerve. So when you come to, when you read the operative report, you should know what type of neurostimulator is used based on the code selection. The same thing only, description same. For electronic analysis with programming, when performed, peripheral nerve neurostimulator pulse generator transmitter, see codes 95970, 971, 972. This is for electronic analysis. The same condition. If temporary this thing, sorry, what is that? That general in electronic analysis is inherent to the implantation. Last step, electronic analysis at the time of implantation is not separately reportable. And test stimulation also included. It cannot be reported separately. The same guidelines only. Next page 478. Implantation of neurostimulator electrodes, cranial nerve, vagus nerve stimulation. The code ranges from 64568 to 64570. That's the implantation of cranial nerve, vagus nerve, neurostimulator electrodes with connection of the electrode to an implanted programmable pulse generator in the infraclavicular area. Revision on replacement of the cranial nerve electrode, replacement of the cranial nerve pulse generator. Codes, that is 64568 for the generator placement, and electrode, that is 64569. Then replacement of generator 61885. Any doubt? Neuroplasty, page number 481. Neuroplasty, exploration, neurolysis or nerve decompression. Neuroplasty is the surgical decompression or freeing of intact nerve from the scar tissue, including external neurolysis and or transposition to repair or restore the nerve. It's a common neuroplastic procedure, carpal tunnel syndrome. Carpal tunnel release. You know that, na? It's in the wrist. Cubital tunnel in the elbow. Ulnar, that is in the, this is done in the median nerve. That is on the ulnar. So it's decompression of nerves. Next chapter, the same eye and ocular reflex. Then you can see the anatomy on the page 486. read that coding tip from this one. Page number 492. Under removal, 492 under removal. Lateral canthotomy, iridectomy, iridotomy, anterior capsulotomy, posterior capsulotomy. The use of viscoelastic agents, enzymatic zonolysis, use of other pharmacologic agents, and subconjunctival or subtenon injections are included as a part of the code of the extraction of lens. Lens is extracted means all these procedures are included. Next page, that intravitreal drug delivery system. A drug delivery system that releases medication into the vitreous is implanted into the vitreous by pars plana incision. That strabismus surgery, page number 496. The medial or lateral rectus muscle is made weaker by recession, that is a retroplacement of muscle attachment. It is made stronger by resection of, that is a removal of segment. Use 67311 for one horizontal muscle and 67312 for two muscles of the same eye, that is for horizontal muscles. And they remove a part of muscles and suture it, tightening. Okay. This goes for the horizontal muscles and next one is for the vertical muscles. That is 67314 to 316 code ranges. Page number 498. Trichiasis. When the eyelashes are ingrown or misdirected, the physician uses myomicroscope and forceps to remove the offending eyelashes. Report 67825 when cryosurgery or electrosurgery is used to destroy the follicles. That eyelashes, that ingrown, inverted kind of this thing, you know that. And in this chapter, eye chapter, the important is strabismus surgery and cataract. These are cataract procedures. Removal of lens, placement of this thing. That's codes only, no descriptions. Next one, auditory system. You can see the anatomy. The page number 503. And this tympanostomy, the page number 505. A ventilating tube is inserted into the opening of the tympanum. 505. Next page 506, tympanoplasty. That is tympanostomy and this is plasty. Graft is placed to repair the tympanic membrane perforation. Okay, graft is used. Cochlear device implantation. Next page 507. A internal coil is attached to the temporal bone and ground wire attached to the internal coil is connected to the temporalis muscle. Then operating microscope. So let's given a surgical operating microscope is used to obtain good visualization of the fine structures in the operating field. The lens may be operated by hand or foot controls to adjust to working distances, with interchangeable oculars providing magnifications as needed. That's the operating microscope. Can be controlled with hand or foot. And this chapter, pass it. Stop it.